Welcome to the Herd Best of Feed. Catch us live weekdays and stream on the iHeartRadio app.
Sunny Tuesday in Los Angeles. I'm in for Colin and buzzing because my Knicks are headed to the finals. I grew up with this team, and last night felt like destiny. They ran Cleveland off the floor, and the fast break barrage set the tone. The seed was Jalen Brunson's choice back in 2024 to take less money, which opened room for big moves and made him only the third highest paid Knick this season. That sacrifice reshaped the roster, flipped their identity from draft built to trade and free agency built, and now he's pushing into New York sports royalty. I love Patrick Ewing, but if Brunson wins it all, he might jump him on the city's modern Mount Rushmore with Jeter, Eli, and LT. He's got that Tom Brady spirit of taking less so the team can be more. Quick NFL pivot. Brian Schottenheimer moved closer to the Cowboys facility, and Dallas is switching fronts on defense with a handful of new starters. Their first 7 games look brutal, and I'm not seeing a great team here. If they stumble, don't be shocked if Jerry eyes a bold coaching swing. Tonight's Spurs Thunder is massive. OKC ruled out A.J. Mitchell early. J-Dub's hamstring sounds shaky, the line sliding towards San Antonio, and Wemby's on-off numbers swing the series when he sits. SGA has to carry them without creators. His shooting and turnovers have dipped in losses, and San Antonio isn't biting on foul bait. Also, flopping has hijacked the discourse. Track it like technicals, and the noise might quiet down. Confession, my kids want me to live stream the 4th, but I've got a men's league title game tonight, so my viewing window is tight. Mark, Raiders question, do you start Kirk Cousins now and let Mendoza learn, or throw the rookie in?
You ride with Cousins as the bridge and bring Mendoza along once the offense has a real identity. Last year's attack had no core. Now with a Kubiak system, you build around wide and mid-zone play action boots and rep your 6 or so staple calls until you master them.
Would you trade for A.J. Brown to jolt that receiver room?
I'd be open if the price makes sense. You can scheme explosives without a star X, but a true one-on-one one tilts the field. Cousins knows this system cold and can mentor Mendoza on prep, protections, and checks, which is priceless for a first-year quarterback.
Dallas time, Schottenheimer's shortening his commute, the win total ticked up, and the division's messy. Are you buying the over?
Yes, the division has questions everywhere, and Dallas has invested in both lines, which wins over 17 games. Receiver is the league's most overrated spot. A tier 2 quarterback like Dak plus control of the trenches can carry a division.
They're light on elite edges, and the line's still gelling, while Philly's stacked. And what's up with the Jalen Hurts drama?
Something feels off. Your quarterback has to absorb blame and deflect praise. And if a locker room senses the opposite, it frays the bond. Culture is a daily verb, not a slogan on a wall. And when standards slide, you get a talented team that underachieves.
John, the Knicks are on an 11-game heater and finally back in the finals. What changed?
It's arguably the most dominant 11-game run by scoring margin ever, and the offensive tweak, more actions through Karl Anthony Towns with cutting around him, made them far less predictable than the old Brunson grind. Even if the East draw wasn't brutal, this level of control is real.
Cleveland looked overwhelmed. Do they run it back or blow it up?
They're boxed in by big deals, so continuity is the likeliest path. Even a LeBron maneuver would be cap gymnastics. A coaching change is the one lever they can pull, and that Game 1 collapse lingers.
Spurs Thunder tonight with OKC banged up. Who has the edge?
It's a toss-up. OKC must counter San Antonio's late help on Shai by finding open threes with the right groups. But if J-Dub sits, secondary creation gets dicey. I'd consider more minutes for their big who hurt Victor with floaters.
Bigger issue this year, flopping or tanking?
Tanking by a mile. Too many teams punted the final stretch. On flopping, SGA's drawing heat, but a lot of his contact is earned by skill. Enforcement tools exist. They're just rarely used.
Chet Holmgren's struggled after shining against the Lakers. Can he flip it?
He's playing more at the 4. Wemby's walled off the rim, and Chet's slow load up from deep lets defenders run him off the line. The staff seems hesitant to use him as a full-time 5 against this matchup.
Jaylen Brown keeps venting online. Any world where he's not a Celtic next season?
It's possible because of second apron math and his peak trade value. Boston has sold high before, and his personality quirks aren't new to them.
Last one, if the Thunder bow out, do they jump into the Giannis chase given their pick stash?
I still see Miami as the most likely landing spot. They've got the assets and urgency, and his fit with Bam is clean, while Oklahoma City is built around Shai and wouldn't pivot for him, which would be a tough adjustment anyway.
So Miami, would he plant roots there if it's basically him and Bam? And is that really better than staying in Milwaukee?
It's a stronger situation than Milwaukee right now, but That duo alone probably tops out as a solid playoff team, not a favorite. To take down Boston or New York, they'd still need meaningful help around them.
Great stuff. Appreciate you. Enjoy the summer.